I'm going to show you guys what a trailing stop loss is and how you can use it on Robinhood. And I'm going to show you how to do it by entering a live trade. So no hypothetical. I'll show you how I do it in real life. Before the trailing stop loss, if I saw a stock that was going up and I wanted to buy into it as part of a swing trade, so let's say I bought in like right there, I would have to set a normal boring old stop loss. So usually I'd set that below a recent level of support or a recent low. So let's say I set that stop loss right there. Now, if the stock price goes up, down, sideways, whatever, that stop loss stays fixed in space. It doesn't move until the stock price hits that stop loss level. Then it turns into a market sell order and my shares are automatically sold and I'm out of the trade. And this limits my losses, hence the name stop loss. The beauty of a trailing stop loss is that this level is not fixed. So let's say that I enter at the same spot. I want the initial stop loss level to be at the same spot. And let's say the difference between those two levels is 10%. So what I can do is I can set a trailing stop loss of 10%. What ends up happening is if the stock price goes down, it's going to look like the same as a normal stop loss. Nothing's going to happen until I hit that price level, and then it'll turn into a market sell order and I'm out of the trade, just like a normal stop loss. The real difference comes in when the stock price goes up. When the stock price goes up, this stop loss is going to move up with it such that the distance between the current stock price and my stop loss is 10%. And if the stock price starts turning around and starts going back down, it's going to stay in place. And if I hit that level, it's going to turn into a market sell order and I'll be out of the trade. Or if it continues going upwards, it'll continue to follow that stock price by 10%. That's the beauty of a trailing stop loss, is that it is not fixed. You don't have to micromanage it, where before I had to move the stop losses manually in this fashion. Think of a trailing stop loss as a stop loss that is tied to your waist. And the rope that it's tied to your waist with is 10% in length. As you head this way, as the stock price increases, this stop loss is going to drag along with you. But if you ever stop and turn around, if the stock price decreases, there's going to be some slack in the rope and you can start making your way closer to the stop loss. And if you hit that, you're out of the trade. But if you start going forward again, look at that guy, he's so happy. If you start going forward again, it's going to pull with you again. Now there's going to be 10% back in the rope's length. While over here, maybe there's only 8 or something like that. So it's as if you're dragging a stop loss along with you. So let's go ahead and enter a real trade and I'll show you what I do on Robinhood to use this trailing stop loss. Here we are on TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim platform. It's free, by the way, if you want to use it. Link is in the description. We're looking at the stock BIDU. Let's say we want to buy into the stock as part of a swing trade because you see here, we see some bullish divergence, and that is where the stock price is showing lower lows, but on the RSI or the MACD, we're seeing higher lows, and that is a bullish indication. I wouldn't necessarily buy into this as a real trade because of the long-term downtrend, but we're going to enter a real trade anyway, just for the heck of it. So let's say I want my stop loss to be below this recent low, just like we talked about. So we're going to set our stop loss just down here, right? Our trailing stop loss. That distance is about 19%. So we're going to set a trailing stop loss of 19% such that if this stock starts turning down and hits it, we'll be stopped out. If it continues upwards, this stop loss will chase it upwards, trailing it by 19%. So I haven't bought the share yet. Let's go ahead and do that really quick. So it's BIDU. So to set a trailing stop loss, what I'm going to do is going to go to trade, sell, go up in the top right hand corner, you see order types up there. Then you're going to go to trailing stop order. You can hit continue. We're going to trail it by 19%. Now you see the initial stop price is 90.95. And you can see on TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim, right where we put our stop loss level is about 90.95. That's pretty much dead on. So we're going to do that. We have one share. We're going to set a trailing stop loss for that share at 19%, which initial stop price is going to be 90.95. So we hit continue. We want it good till canceled, which is 3 months. After 3 months, we'd have to reinitialize it if we want to continue using this trailing stop loss. Hit continue. We want to sell one share. Since that's the only one we have, you can set whatever amount you have depending on your position size. Review, and we'll send it off. And now it's just going to be a working order that's in the background, and it will only be executed if the stock price hits the stop loss and exits you from the trade. But I hope that helps you understand what trailing stop loss is and how to use it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.